What's up, mga trekkers? Since though we don't have any ongoing production regarding our adventures in trekking, today we will be talking about the current issue here in the Philippines. Oh, yeah.
Sarap ng amoy ng usok, no? Parang Ruben Street.
Hi there, my name is Josh, and if you are just new here, you can actually click the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell button for updates and notifications. So today we will be talking about this issue that we are currently experiencing here in the Philippines and all around the globe. So we actually have a special guest today, but we are only able to speak with her through a recorded phone patch due to the current lockdowns that has been initiated by the national government. She is a physical medicine and rehab doctor, and she works at the Philippine Orthopedic Center, Fatima Medical Center, and Healthway Medical Clinic. Please welcome Dr. Mae Angeline Ongchuan.
Hello.
I will be calling you Doctora. Is that okay?
Okay.
You can call me Josh. For now, my first question is, let's talk about the virus itself that's actually having an outbreak here in the Philippines right now. Can the virus that causes COVID-19 be spread through food, like including refrigerated or frozen food? Is it possible?
Okay, so my answers, I will base this from data that is released officially by WHO, the World Health Organization, CDC from United States, and our very own Department of Health, DOH. So this data, they gathered it from where it started, and that is in Hubei province, especially the city of Wuhan, China. And up until now, there's really no conclusive report, or there's really no truth that it can be transferred through food.
So it's basically clear that because basically as of right now, people are having speculations that the food in the market might be contaminated by this outbreak that we are having right now. But there are also speculations about warm weather that just last week, a few weeks ago. Will warm weather stop the outbreak of this sort of virus?
Well, it's still warm weather, like direct sunlight. It can actually help kill any virus. Like if you have any, like you came from the hospital, you think that you were already, your clothes, your mask, your shoes, your protective equipment, it's actually better, it's advised, if you just expose it to the sunlight. That would really help kill the virus.
So, Doctora, let's talk about the how people can protect themselves from this certain outbreak that we're actually experiencing right now. Would you recommend the use of face masks to prevent this certain virus?
Definitely, yes. But wearing the face mask is not 100% guaranteed that you can be protected. Why? When you wear a face mask, it only covers your mouth and your nose. Okay? Your eyes are still susceptible for the entry of COVID-19. So again, you touch something that was touched by a person positive with COVID, you scratch your eyes, you will still get it.
I see. So basically,
so it is a protection because at least you have 3 entry points for the virus. You have eyes, nose, and mouth. By wearing the mask, you have already protected 2 entry points. That's the nose and the mouth.
So let's go back to my latest question. Because a lot of people are buying stuff from online and having them shipped from foreign countries like China, where the virus actually came from or originated from. Are the people at risk for COVID-19 from a package or products shipping from China?
Okay, that's a very delicate question. But me as a physician, I would just have to believe that China would not wish other countries from the COVID-19. So in my personal opinion, this is again my personal opinion, I don't think the China factory would allow workers with positive COVID-19 to be in the factory and to be the one packing the PPEs, the personal protective equipment. So let's give it the benefit of the doubt. And for me, the best thing is we just really have to trust.
Understood. Understood. Because that news actually came from like a few weeks ago when that's like 3 days or 5 days before the Manila quarantine, community quarantine was initiated or activated by the president. So as of right now, I just want to jump into the next question about how about the children. Are the symptoms of COVID-19? Because we also had some questions from last week that only those who are senior citizens are actually affected by this certain kind of a disease. Are there like symptoms for this virus different in children than in adults?
Well, to say that COVID-19 will only affect the elderly is wrong at this point, because Italy and China both have patients or PUIs, persons under investigations, and they also have mortality in persons below 40 years old.
Well, almost everyone is having this stigma right now that only those who are above 50 or 80 can be affected with this kind of disease. And it's a good thing that you have clarified that for us as we speak. Well, let's talk about the community outbreak. Should people actually go to work if there is an outbreak in their community, like in a certain area or city?
Well, if we're talking about Luzon and Metro Manila, I would really ask all your listeners and all your viewers to follow what the government is saying. The government has implemented community quarantine. And the best way to stop human-to-human transmission of COVID-19 is for people to stop leaving their houses. Because if we did not follow the orders from the government, that's what happened to Italy. See where Italy is right now. So when the government says community quarantine, everyone has to cooperate, all businesses. That means we have to sacrifice the economy.
So hopefully, well, I actually know that you won't be able to answer the question about how the government will actually sustain the supply of every family or every household members of their food, water, and stuff that they need to use for the whole month of quarantine. So basically, hopefully the government will actually provide those needs of the people as of right now that they're lacking. Well, about the animals, normally there are people who's actually having this their own pets, and sometimes there are stray dogs outside in the whole Metro Manila. Should people avoid contact with pets or other animals if they are sick with this certain kind of virus?
Well, at the moment, there are speculations that the COVID-19 came from bats in that seafood market or the live market, in the live animal market in Hubei or Wuhan, the city of Wuhan in China. But here in the Philippines, we have no reported cases that it is already transmitted to animals. So again, WHO and DOH in the Philippines still maintains it's human-to-human transmission. There's no reported animal-to-human transmission in the Philippines.
I see. So far,
what is important really is for every Filipino citizen to obey community quarantine, not to make excuses to go out of the house.
That's right. I see. So, last question, Doctora. About the quarantine itself, I just want to ask if it's possible for you to answer this. As far as we know right now, we have been given a 1-month quarantine. Is there a high possibility that this will be extended, per se?
I would definitely say it will be extended if the Filipino people, especially Luzon, would continue to be stubborn. If we want this one to be strictly 30 days, we need cooperation of every Filipino citizen. They're doing the best. They're doing the best that they can. And we have to follow. It's not the fault, okay? If this one will be extended, I don't think it's the fault of the government. It's our fault. It's our fault because we continued to loiter around. We continued to disobey the community quarantine. So who is spreading the COVID-19? It's us.
Mm-hmm.
So we should not blame the government for extending it beyond 30 days because they did their orders, we disobeyed them. There's nothing that they can do. They're powerless if the people will continue to disobey.
I see. Okay, so, Dr. thank you so much for all of these, by answering our questions for this day, also for cooperating.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to give out this information to your viewers and your listeners.
Thank you so much.
So there you go, guys. You have heard a medical professional, a doctor, Dr. Mae Angeline Ongchuan, and let's not actually take it this negatively about the messages, and let's hope that all of the people here in the Philippines, especially those in Metro Manila, will actually come together as one to actually cooperate with the government regarding this community quarantine, so that this would not be extended, because as you have heard earlier, there's a high possibility that this community quarantine can be extended up to 3 or 5 months, depending on how the people will actually react to the government's actions and initiations throughout the law that they're giving right now. So thank you so much for watching this segment right now, and hopefully few weeks or maybe months from now we can actually start again with our productions for the trekking and hiking segments that we have. Thank you so much.
Sarap ng amoy ng usok, no? Parang
Urban street.